Hey y'all, Board Game Rancher, where you'll find everything solo, tabletop gaming, and more. And this is just going to be a quick little demonstration here to maybe do a round of play. Well, not a round, but until I get to one full circuit. And so you can see how Pedro works. Do a little bit of an addendum to the review I did, and I'll put a link there. And just so you can see the game in action. This is actually the setup that I have that I used in the review. So here we go. It's my turn. I apologize if there are any rules goofs. I'm just gonna kind of give you an idea of the flow. So my turn. I can move up to 3 spaces. Don't really want to go here because I don't have any black 2 cows, but I can go 1, 2, and I do have a green 2. So I get 2 money, and then for the number of builders I've got, I can spend money to put out a building. So first things first, I was dealt 3 green cows, so I'll discard that, reach over here, get my 2 money. Then I've only got 1 builder here, so I can only build I can only build 1 of these because I only got 1 builder. So which one do I want? Let's do this one. And I can put this building pretty much anywhere I want. Where would I put it? Well, let's see here. Maybe we'll just make it like kind of an alternate route. I'll put it over here. It's kind of nice. It's going to allow me to get money based on how many farmers I have on my board, and then I get to move my guy 1 more space and activate it, possibly. All in 1 turn. So, excuse me, I'll put that there. And that was my turn, except for I got to pay the 2 money. So I got 2 money, and then I got to pay the 2 money back per worker that I used. I only have 1 carpenter, so I only have to pay 2 money. So, all right, Pedro's turn. So you flip over this card. Pedro's going to move according to kind of your difficulty level. I'm playing on normal difficulty, so 2 spaces, and then is going to get a kind of an endgame card. So Pedro just goes 1, 2, always tries to go the shortest route, more or less, and doesn't activate the building at all. Just does what the card said. In this case, the card says take 1 of these endgame bonusing. He always takes the furthest one to the right, and is always going to just score automatically. Doesn't have to fulfill any of the requirements of having a cow and upgraded a couple train stations out there is what that means. So he just takes this, puts it, just put it right there. It's gonna score those points, and then back over here, we just slide these over. Just throw out another one. There's always 4 to pick from. There we go. Back over to me. Oh, and I didn't refill my hand there, did I? So I drew up to my hand size, which is 4 up there. And now I can go again. I can move up to 3 spaces. Let's see here. 1. It doesn't look too enticing because I don't have a double auxiliary action exposed yet. This, no, not too thrilled with that. So yeah, I've got 2 green cards. So I'm going to go 1, and then 2, 3. And then I will discard. Basically says you can discard any 2 of the same cows when I happen to have my green cows are paying off right now. But those ones are only going to get me 2 money. And then it says that I can move my train. You don't have to do any of these, by the way. But it says I can move my train according to how many this lady I got, the machinistas. So I only got 1, so I can only move 1 space on the track. There we go. Starting to work my way around there, slowly but surely. We draw up to our hand size. So now I've got a black cow and a white cow and another black cow, and okay, and this is an exhaustion card. You always start off with 15 cards in your deck, and the 15th one is the exhaustion card that you get. And you don't want these; they're going to be worth. They clutter up your hand. You can't sell them for anything. They're no good. And they count against you in at the end of the game. But when you get to Buenos Aires and you start doing the whole process there, on step 2, if it's in your hand, you can get rid of it, which is pretty sweet. So, Pedro's turn. Boop. So Pedro's going to move according to the number of red workers. Got 2 here. And then it's going to do one of these 2 actions, whichever one it can do. And so first it'll try to do whatever its specialty. Its specialty is basically where it has the most workers. And right now that's the red workers here. So then it's going to move its train 2 spaces because it's got 2 red workers. So it's going to move 2 spaces, his main guy, and then going to move his train 2 spaces. So back over here we go. Here's Pedro, goes 1, 2, and then moves his train along. 1, actually, when you are moving, you skip any spaces that other trains are on. So he goes 1, and then 2, all the way to there. And his train is upside down. But it's still miraculously right. Oh, mine's upside down. Anyway, that was it. That was Pedro's turn. Like I said, they're pretty quick and snappy turns. So, where do I want to go? Well, I kind of want to, let's see, so I'm going to go, I don't want to go through here, I don't want to pay these guys 4 money, so I'm going to go 1, and then I think I'll do this whole side thing, bam, 2, but then, according to my farmers, which I've only got 1 pre-printed one, I'm going to get 1 money, take that there, moolah, boop, then, it says move your worker 1 space ahead, will do, and then I can activate this one. Luckily, I do have a white 2 cow, get 2 money. So I'll discard that. I'm going to change out 3 or 5. There we go. Now I got 12 money now. And now it says I can purchase workers. First one, normal cost, and if I wanted to buy a second one, I'd have to pay an additional 2 money. So I've got 12. Can't buy in the row that this thing is in. So all I can do is buy from these 2 rows. I got 12 money. So no matter which way I do this, I'm only going to be able to get 1 worker. So which one do I want the most? Let's go with down here. I'm going to get a carpenter. So I'll get this guy. So 7 money. I'm going to put him here. Unfortunately, it doesn't activate anything for me. Yeah, so maybe I do want to just get rid of... Okay, I'm going to do some building this game, I think. 7 money. So 5, 6, 7 moolahs paid. I can't afford another worker. And I draw. And, okay, move my little 1 cow. Back over to... Pedro is going to move 2 spaces and then is going to purchase the cheapest worker. Okay. So we'll go over here. Pedro is going to go 1, and again, we'll just take the shortest route, trying to get to Buenos Aires. 2, buying the cheapest, so it doesn't pay anything, just takes the cheapest worker. And that is going to be this guy. This one would cost 7 because of the strength symbol. It adds a cost. So I'm just going to take this one. Puts it right there. And if he gets a 3rd one, then his specialization is going to change, and that'll kind of alter the course of actions for him. But for now, back over to me. And so I could skip this, this one here. That would allow me to grab. Is there any end game bonus thing I really want? Not really. Let's just. Oh wait, well, what kind of cows do I got? So because here when you sell cows, you can only sell the cows that are different in your hand. So I've got 2 black cows. I can only get money for 1 of them, and the amount of money you get is the top number there. So I'd get 2. I wouldn't get anything for that one, anything for that one. I'd get 1 more for that. So I get 3 money. That's pretty darn chintzy. However, I do have 1 exchange token, which I can use at any point. You start the game with them, and then there's ways to get more, but usually by placing these cow guys out. But I'm going to do this. Allows me to draw 2, discard 2. Let's see what we get. So I'll do that. I'm going to draw 2. Oh, another 1 cow. Another 1 cow. All right. Well, that did not work out for me. So then I got to discard 2. And yeah, I think I'm just going to get Rid of these again. I mean, at least I cycled through those a little quicker, but that was less than ideal. So now what are we going to do? I think I will. I'm just going to, Pedro's not moving too quick. I'm going to go here. It allows me to grab one of these cards here. I think I'm going to go for buildings, and I probably will be upgrading at least one trade station. So I'm going to take this one, and I think I'll be able to complete it. So this goes, whenever you gain a card, goes in your discard. And I don't have to go and order these. I could have moved my train first. So let's, move my train, and then I could have grabbed a card, and then I'd get one auxiliary action. And what I'm going to do with my auxiliary action is I'm going to draw a card and discard a card, because I really want better cows here. I'm pretty sure I shuffled that. I think I just drew 4 of these in a row. So I drew that, discarded that. This is going to be a chintzy cow selling maneuver. So, but that's my turn. And them's the way it rolls sometimes. So, here goes. Pedro. Pedro goes. Going to move 2 spaces and going to put out a building. So Pedro's going to join me. 1, 2. And he's going to put out a building. So, Pedro can only put out carpenters. So, again, 1 level. And he always wants to put out ones that are going to make me pay money. He doesn't get any money, but he always puts it right in front of me, if possible. Never puts it on one of these where there's extra little actions. These risks actions, they're called. So you can't put it there, can't put it there. So I guess the next spot right in front of you can put it is right there. So I was going to put that tile right there. You will get points for the tile, but other than that, it doesn't do anything but get in my way. And that's it. He's done. So it's my turn. All right, no more lollygagging around. I got to get to, there's really no other spot to go but to Buenos Aires. So put our guy there, and that's saying that if I want to do an extra delivery, I'd have to spend a wheat, and then I could deliver to one of these places where I have a token. I only have a token there. If I had it 4 wheat, I could move my token over here and cover up this spot or this spot. I get 2 money and 5 points at the end of the game here, for instance. 6 wheat, 1 wheat. If I had just 1, I could have done something, but I didn't get any wheat this round. So I don't get to do step 1. But down here, this is where it says, sell your cows. Maybe, and you want to certify your cows. There's a way you can get a little bit of extra money, but I don't have any of those possibilities. All I've got is this lousy hand. So 2, 3, but again, so yeah, and you discard your hand too. So so it's going to be worth 3 money, and then this again says in step 2, if you happen to have this card in your hand, you get to get rid of it. So yay, I get to get rid of that card, trash it. So that's at least something. But then I get a whole 3 money. Watch out. There's my 3 money. And then it says, then you gotta put a marker on the ship that you're shipping on. So I'm looking here. I can ship on this 1, or I can ship on this 3. If I ship on the 3, it'll cost me a wheat. I don't have a wheat, but for every wheat you don't have, you spend 2 money. So for now, I think I'm just gonna the yellow ships are gonna ship off first as this marker goes down. So I'm just gonna put it on this on that. Keep my money because it doesn't cost anything. And over here, I get to pick. Okay, I want a double action to get roll in here. So I'm gonna just do pretty common is to get this double action going so I can get 2 money if I land on a space that lets me do a 2 auxiliary action. Take this, I'll put it right on here. And that's that. And then, oh, that's not that. Then I go to 4, 5, and 6, which says you put out these workers. So I got to pick one of these guys to put out. I think I'll put, doesn't really matter to me, I'll put this guy out. He goes on blue right there. And of my choice of these 2, I'll, doesn't matter too much to me either. So I'll put this one out. So it'll go in that 2 spot. So this slides down. This goes here. This is on its way down already. And last, I can put out a farmer or another worker. Let's just get this worker out here. Gonna go right there. Yeah. There's that. So then these slide down. I'll be refilling those randomly out of these bags here. So here's a C and a B And, whoa, okay. Man, maybe the train strategy is the way to go. We've got a lot of these maquinistas out here. And lastly, a farmer. Okay. There's that. Then I get my guy back. He just jumps straight to go. And then I draw a hand of 4 cards. Well, I've only got 4 left in my hand here, so it would have been nice to get one of those 2 white cows out there. I could have gotten 5 money instead of 3. Anyway, there's my hand. And yeah, we might as well finish off with having Pedro do a quick Buenos Aires run. So it's going to move 2 spaces and then activate that. So the 2 spaces is enough to get him to Buenos Aires to do the delivery thing, but he also always gets to do the extra, this thing here. So it's going to move his train 2 spaces according to the 2 workers up there. So he's on his way, and then right here, so he goes 1. He could go 2, or he goes 2. Kind of stops in the station here. Always stops in the station, and then always puts out a disc, upgrades the station, and so that's going to be worth 2 points for him at the end of the game, and then gets rid of this. You have the option, if you have a worker, you can put it out there and man the station, and then you get this little tile, which can give you bonuses and bonus endpoints as well. But Pedro doesn't worry about any of that. That just gets tossed away. Basically, it just means I can't get it. So then Pedro is pretty simplified. Pedro always wants to spend the most grain that he can, but Pedro didn't get any grain on the way to Buenos Aires this round, so that was good. So it doesn't do that. Doesn't have a hand of cards to do anything with. Goes right to here, where it takes one of his tokens and delivers it. And according to the difficulty on here, it's just saying it's going to go on the 2 yellow anchor. There's a little bit of a color that's kind of a pain in the butt that I didn't mention in my review, but it's kind of hard to delineate between, you know, brown, gray, and black anchors. But anyway, it's going to go right on this one, and then places workers out, but just puts the ones on the bottom row, so you don't have to choose. So this automatic is going to go out. So orange, and then she's coming out, slides down to here, and then this yellow, so finally a yellow farmer comes out over here and starts getting in the way of trying to get to Buenos Aires. So that's that. These slide down, comes back here, those get refilled, and around we go. And now I've got to, once I go through here, unless I go this way, well, I'd have to pay him 1 money, or I'm going to have to pay Pedro 1 money. I don't pay Pedro anything, I just lose the money. But these buildings are going to start filling up. I've got a couple carpenters out here now, so I'll be able to start building a little better buildings out here. But I may switch gears because, well, no, I'll probably stick with the carpenter strategy because there's a couple good carpenters there. And get some buildings out, get some cooler actions out. But around and around we go, and then, of course, depending on how quickly we get there, you add workers here, which drops this token, which basically dictates how fast the game goes. So hopefully that gives you just, a quick idea of solo play in the Great Western Trail, Argentina. And until next time, I'm Board Game Rants, and I'm out.